One of the questions that many people ask, and a lot of commentators discuss it, is why did not Yosef ever notify his father, send him some kind of a message about the fact that he is alive? All these years his father was suffering, was mourning, thinking that Yosef is probably dead, when Yosef kept quiet all this time. Especially later when he became important, and what we'll read in the next parsha, he became second in the kingdom, certainly had a chance to send messages to his father. So there are a lot of different answers given. One of the answers is that Yosef swore to his brothers, the brothers before selling him, forced him to swear that he will never reveal to his father what happened. Since Yosef was in great danger, and the brothers may have offered him when they were selling him that he will give you life, will sell you to slavery, but if you ever get a chance, you could not send a message to our father. And he kept his oath. That's one possibility. There are a lot of other possibilities, but I wanted to share with you an interesting explanation that's given by a rabbi in Israel, Yoel ben Nun. And I'm not sure if there's a precedent for this kind of explanation anywhere in the early sources, but it sounds like a very interesting explanation. And that is that originally Yosef thought that it was exactly the opposite, that his father basically abandoned him. He felt that since his father is not looking for him, and throughout these years there was nobody was coming to Egypt to look for him, that therefore maybe his father in fact did decide that he deserved whatever he got. After all, there were some sins that Yosef had that ended up in the hatred that was the terrible hatred that his brothers had to him. They thought they were that they were behaving righteously. They never really realized until the very end that what they did to Yosef was completely unfair. From their point of view, he was a usurper, and they were just trying to save themselves from who knows what he will do to them if he gets the power. Just like Yitzchak loved Esav, they thought the same way their father loved Yosef, and he's totally wrong. And Yosef, when he gets a chance, could actually get rid of them, disinherit them, who knows, maybe even kill them if he gets a chance. So the way they saw it as he's trying to grab all the power, and he's always thinking that he'll be the king, he'll be ruling over them, and his father doesn't realize what's going on. So they thought that what they're doing is correct. And it could be that Yosef, after for all these years he never heard about his father, he actually assumed that his father also agreed in the end, that they were able to persuade him that Yosef deserves not to be part of the family. After all, Avram also sent away part of the family, right? Ishmael, and later the children of Keturah from Yitzchak. So he thought that maybe in fact Yakov hates him, or at least doesn't think that he deserves to be part of the family, and that's why there's no point of telling him that he is alive. He didn't even know that Yakov thinks that Yosef is dead. Throughout all these years, he didn't realize that the brothers told Yakov that Yosef, or at least made it look like Yosef died. And only later, when Yehuda, in the beginning of Parshat Vayigash, when Yehuda says about everything that happened, then Yosef starts realizing that he misunderstood everything, that until now his father loved him and was constantly mourning for him, and didn't really, even usually when people mourn after a year, the mourning kind of dulls down. But Yaakov, he said that all his life he's going to mourn for Yosef. Every day he would wake up with this, he'd go to sleep with this. He said, I'm going to go to the grave mourning for my son. So now when Yehuda was telling him about how broken Yaakov is because of the loss of his other son, well, Yehuda is really pleading for Binyamin, but Yosef now starts to realize that Yehuda just told him that Yaakov all this time loved him, and the reason he wasn't looking for him is he thought that Yosef is dead. And that's when Yosef revealed himself to the brothers, there was no longer any point of hiding it. And of course, there were a number of reasons why Yosef did not immediately reveal to his brothers who he is. But among other consequences was that he didn't tell his father because he didn't think that his father likes him anyway. Only now he realized that he was mistaken all this time, and only now he revealed himself to his father. I guess I simplified a little bit. Rav Yoel Ben Nun writes much more on this topic, and I'm just trying to summarize the basic idea. According to him, what the reason was that Yosef did not even bother to tell his father throughout all these years that he is still alive. And if you like this video, please press like.